Hey, good morning. I'm just gonna grab some water and then we're gonna go out to the golf simulator. So, typical morning routine. It's actually a little later than usual. It's like 6 o'clock, so it'll be kind of a shorter video. Just gonna make some Gatorade real quick and tell you guys what we're gonna get into. Basically today we're gonna do some long iron work. So I'm gonna grab probably like a 7 iron and warm up with that. Hit some 6 irons and then really work on that 5 iron. That's what we're gonna do today. So if you need a little bit of motivation or you want a little bit of like a chill video to watch someone practice golf, this could be a good one. So we got our Gatorade. And then we'll do something a little different today. I'm just gonna carry this camera. And we're gonna walk out to the garage. So here. So when I say I'm getting raw footage of what it's like to practice golf in my life, I mean this is about as real as it gets. Set all that down. Get the camera in place. Just check the angle right quick. All right. I'm trying a different lens today, just to see what it looks like. All right, let's give that a shot. Turn the heater on. Turn the BenQ on. Okay. That is starting up. Get logged in. Looks like, oh, that's right. So last time I actually restarted my computer. So we got to start everything back up. Oh, great. Second day on a brand new glove. My favorite. Love new gloves. And if I'm being honest, I don't practice with gloves very often because, I don't know, you're not creating a lot of torque when you're hitting that ground. So, I don't know, you don't really need the grip of a glove and you're not sweating. So generally I practice without a glove. But who doesn't love a new glove? So we're gonna practice with their glove. Starting up View. View software is the thing that basically takes the data from the, I don't know what they call it, launch monitor. And then GS Pro, I believe, hooks into the View to analyze that launch monitor data. So I got View up, launching GS Pro now. We see this the projector, when it turns on, it actually goes through like a warm-up phase. So it'll turn on like this. And then once it gets to a certain point, it like turns off and turns back on in a brighter mode. I don't know exactly what it's doing, but it's some kind of warm-up phase or something. And you know, I was just looking at that lens and it's pretty dusty. I don't know if I want to try and clean that. I don't know if I have something to clean that off with. This might work. We're going to turn that light on today so there's a little bit better lighting so you can see me swinging the golf club. Let's see, can I move this bench out? Let's move this bench out. Clean that lens off. Like a cotton shirt. Just kind of wipe it off. All right, not perfect, but it is a little better. So if you guys ever have questions on how all this stuff is set up and maybe interested in getting started with the golf simulator, put some comments. I would love to hear the questions on how to set this stuff up. Because I can share a little bit of my experience. And like, I've had this simulator for quite some time. You know, it's definitely not anything perfect now. Originally had it set up in the basement, tore it down, didn't have enough space, comfortable space. Moved it to the garage, and just kind of ended up with like kind of a more like rough, unfinished look. Because I think I was just like in a hurry last year and I just haven't gotten back to cleaning up the wiring and all that kind of stuff. But it did motivate me to semi-finish the garage walls. And I think that's pretty, I was kind of burned out by the time I set up the simulator. So one of these days I'll actually clean up all these wires and stuff. Not today. Gotta get this workout in, golf workout, that's what I call it. Gotta get this stuff going. All right, everything seems like it's ready to go. Double check everything. It'd be hilarious if I did all this and wasn't recording. We're good. So I'm gonna start with the 7-iron, warm up a bit with this. Okay. Not super worried about where the ball's going and whatnot. Not yet. Just got to get warmed up. Really like that swing. Okay. Pretty good, but kind of left. Again, I'm not swinging these to like really dial it in. Let's go ahead and start doing that now. It's a pretty good one. What a weird sound that one made. So if you're new to the channel, I hit these draws most of the time. So that's my stock, not really trying to do a thing. I hit it pretty good today, thus far. My club head speed generally is in the 80s. Ball speed, if you're new to this, is here. There's ball speed. So when you're hitting like driver and longer clubs and stuff, it's probably good to look at your ball speed as compared to your club head speed. So I'm grabbing a 6-iron here because obviously as you go up in clubs, your club head speed is going to go up a little bit, but if you're not hitting it well, you're not going to get ball speed out of that. So there's a combination of things there you want is obviously you want a reasonable amount of club head speed, and that should translate to ball speed. I've had people in the simulator, friends, that have much higher club head speed than me, and they don't hit it as far. So to me, if I'm in the simulator, or let's put it this way, when I first started golfing, I was very concerned about, or my focus was making the ball speed go up relative to the club head speed. Like effectively getting the energy out of it you're supposed to. So that's just like, you know, striking the ball well. Okay, 6-iron. Little thin. What do we get out of it? Got a 180 carry out of that. So we are at elevation, so the numbers don't make sense to you. That might be something to consider. Oh, that was so good. I like that one. Look at that, 195, and my club head speed was lower because I hit the ball much better. Really like that. You know, yeah, it's a little left there, but it's hard to put in perspective until we get those greens out there. So when we get to that 5-iron, we do a couple shots with 5-iron, just know what we're working with. We will put a green out there. Well, that's quite left. Quite left. That would be a pretty big mess. So effectively, if you don't hit this grid, you are very unlikely to be on a green. And I'll tell you the reason why that happened. See how high that club head speed is for me? And very closed. That tells me I swung pretty hard. It was unintentional, I just kind of ended up doing it. But just like generating speed with this like flip at it, which I'm trying to get rid of that flip. I don't care for that. Well, that's so good. That's really good. I feel like I'm getting warm now because I'm just kind of like, it feels smooth, but I'm getting more club head speed out of it. Let's go 5. We're working our way up to the 5, and that is what we're going to be hitting today. In case you didn't know, I don't think I've ever mentioned this actually, but I am playing PXG Gen 5 311 Ts. So I have 120, let's say KBS Tour 120 stiff shafts, and I have Golf Pride mid-size is what it says. Everything but my 9-iron. I messed up ordering that. So let's hit some 5s. So for me, I'm playing like a 2. I mean, I just hit that 6. Effectively, what I actually gained this 5 at is like a 200-yard carry. So anyways, let's hit some 5s here. Maybe a little right, but we did still draw it a bit. It's kind of like the push draw. Like that. So within reason, that might be on a green if I'm actually attacking a green with this club. It's very rare I hit a green or try to hit a green with this club. Like I usually take this thing off the tee on the short par 4s. You know, and that right there is going to be right in the fairway. Well, that's great. Man, we're hitting it good today. How did I swing that hard? So that's in the uncomfortable zone. Like, I'm not going to try and do that on purpose. Like this 90 club head speed. Like, I think like if I'm just messing around, I think I can get this like, I don't know, like 95 or something like that. Would be like my max. So anything in the 90s, like I am approaching that like maximum ability in terms of like just raw swinging the club. I mean, that's not golf. Like for me, that's you're not golfing doing that. Or at least I'm not. Man, that was good. Okay, let's hit a few more of those. Geez, are we just dialed today with these fives? A little push. A little push. Are we in the fairway? So we'd probably be in the fairway in most situations there. So, yeah, like when you're standing on the tee box looking at these trajectories, it's like, holy shit, that's so far right. But this grid is not as wide as you think. This is like one of those weird effects where this game can make it feel like you hit a much worse one than actually what you do in reality. So that right there is probably just fine. And that is basically perfect. Good stuff. You know, this has to be a short video today anyways. We're hitting them pretty good. Let's go ahead and throw green out there with like a 200-yard carry. Like, I don't want to be smoking it and thinking I'm actually going to start gaming this thing at like 210, even though I just did that like several times in a row. We are going to put something relatively representative of when I'm going to play this club. So let's just do something like this. You know, I want to go with something that's like not too crazy. I like that hole shape. Maybe we can do that. Can I rotate it? Can we rotate? I like that, right? That's going to be good. So what I want to do is take that pin. Why did it go to this view? Well, let me do flyover with this. I want to make sure that we're aiming in the spot that we want. It doesn't give you the mini map on the range, because when you put the green out there, I want to know exactly where I'm aiming on this green. Let's do the flyover. I always forget this dang button. 6. Okay. Okay. Not much of a flyover there. Okay, the pin is in the back left. We already know that. Let's put it at like 220. No, 215. And then that aim spot's going to be middle of the green. And I know that if GS Pro will aim me at the pin, and I want to aim at the middle of the green, which I think is like kind of right at that palm tree. So let's do that, because I would more or less not be aggressive with a 5-iron like this far out and go like right at a pin, and just go for a spot that gives me a lot of room to miss long, short, left, and right, and I will most likely hit them short. So that's why I'm doing this. You know, a club that I can basically carry 213 if I want to, I'm going to use it for that 200 carry shot. Give myself a little room. Might be too far left. It's not bad. Settle. Okay. It's a decent shot. That hole shape plays my miss. Man, look at this. Come on, guys. GS Pro, look. We were aimed at the palm tree, and now you're aiming me back at the pin. I just want to aim at the palm tree. Come on now. Okay. Not talking crap. Love this software. You know, it's just like a couple nuances. So. Okay. Oh no, my overdraw again. Didn't overdraw. Okay, we almost have touching balls. Pretty good consistency there. Yes, I'm such a child. I know this. Okay. We know that we're going to draw this club. We almost always draw it. Sometimes we have that push. So let's kind of split the difference instead of aiming directly at the middle, because we know we're not going to hit a straight shot. I know it's going to draw almost no matter what. And let's basically split the difference between aiming totally to the right and our ending point being where that arrow is now, and aiming middle. So instead of going like full blown here and drawing it all the way back to the middle spot, let's go about here, which is going to kind of split the difference. So I like that because if I hit a push, it won't be so bad to the right. If I aim all the way on the right, and I tend to basically end up with that right shot if I don't hit the draw. Right, we want to still be in like reasonable vicinity. Granted, we're on this range here. There's like nothing but space over there. This is more like how I would probably play this shot. And we just super drew that one and basically ended up, that was a really far left shot because we were aimed much further right and still ended up left. Let's do this. For some reason, my camera that records swing is not activated. Let's go to the GoPro here. It's not a GoPro. What am I talking about? Let's put this on this guy. Okay. Okay, now on my other screen here, I'm gonna start looking at this swing a little bit. There are a couple of things that make me overdraw. And if I really start overdrawing it, I want to see what's going on there. It's a pretty good swing there. Pretty good. Awesome. So I'm actually generally pretty good with this club in real life. So I'm not too shocked about today's session going this well. Pretty confident in my longer irons. I want to aim there. And I'm going to look at my swing here. Okay, not bad. It's not the most beautiful swing, I'll tell you that, but I don't mind it because we're just hitting the ball very nicely. That was probably one of the worst ones. Is it going to draw back in? No, we're going to be in that bunker. In that bunker. Let's move the aim point to the right again. Right? Just click real quick. Just barely aimed a little bit more right. Okay. Come on, be in a good spot. Be in a good spot. Love that shot. Man, we are just striping these today. Like, that is such a full backswing and like 90-mile-an-hour club head speed. It's not a ton, but it's a lot for me in terms of what I want to play golf with. Typically don't play golf with that, but maybe I will. I don't know. Seems pretty comfortable. If for some reason you've made it this far, you should subscribe. And we're going to end on that one because it was basically perfect. Right? Love that. I don't mind getting punished for just striping it down the middle, like directly on the line. Yeah, that was a good session today. All right, guys. See you in the next one.